A major setback today for groups working to combat climate change.
The U.S. Supreme Court ruled today that the Clean Air Act does not give the Environmental Protection Agency broad authority to regulate greenhouse gas emissions from power plants, which can contribute to global warming. So how will this decision affect Maine? News Center Maine's David Guilford spoke with scientists and educators who are disappointed with the ruling. However, they say there is still much that can be done in the fight against climate change.
Well, it's definitely going to slow us down, and that's something that we can really ill afford at this point.
Jack Shapiro, Clean Energy Director for the Natural Resources Council of Maine, is worried Thursday's Supreme Court ruling against the EPA will slow climate progress when our fight should be in full motion. Maine has no coal-fired power plants, but as with our climate, our energy grid doesn't end at the New Hampshire border.
The important thing to know about the power sector here in Maine is that we're part of the whole New England grid, which is still about half powered by natural gas. And that has real impacts both in terms of pollution, but also in terms of costs.
It's certainly disappointing. It restricts the EPA's authority and tools to address climate change under some of the programs.
Jeff Crawford with the Maine Department of Environmental Protection said this will hurt some creative EPA incentives like carbon credit trading. But Mainers should know the agency and Maine still has power.
The good news is it leaves a lot of their authority intact and doesn't impact state authority to address climate change through programs such as the Regional Greenhouse Gas Initiative, renewable portfolio standards to the power sector, or motor vehicles.
We as a country made a commitment to 2030 with the Clean Air Act to reduce our carbon emission, and I think this really puts a damper on that.
Dr. Melik Peter Corey runs Unity College, self-proclaimed as America's environmental school. While the plaintiffs in the case pushed for less regulation, he's helping to raise the next generation of Maine climate scientists and thinkers, and is worried they won't be able to do their jobs quickly enough.
Now we're saying when the scientists and the regulators have, decisions, it has to go to legislation, which slows down a crisis that I'm not sure we as a country and we as a planet have time for.
David Guilford, News Center, Maine.